What's up, y'all? It's S2K, and by now I'm sure I meant to have a deep love for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. For nearly 40 years, the Ninja Turtles have been reincarnated to tell stories about how four pre-adolescent mutant turtles get taught ninjutsu to carry on the battle between rival ninja masters. What if I told you that same story for 40 years? Okay, maybe that's a little too much of a broad statement considering that each iteration aims to shake things up a bit, but if I'm being honest, the Turtles are way past their training wheel stage and are ready to be explored in a more exotic and diverse manner, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mutant Mayhem does this really well. Mutant Mayhem is not your action-packed, blood-soaked, dark and gritty turtle story. This movie was fun, colorful, funny, and serotonin-inducing, which is supported by its voice cast and art style that gives the movie life. Mutant Mayhem tells a more lighthearted coming-of-age story where the Turtles are looking to be welcomed and accepted by the world around them. Kinda like how actual teenagers are in real life. And while it is the Turtles group that's being represented, it seems all their characteristics were done with a more grounded approach where they feel more like siblings than an actual team, which made for some really funny character interactions and dialogue as well as interesting plot choices that could make or break the film for some Turtles fans. Originally, when it was stated that the movie would explore the more teenage aspect of the Turtles, I didn't know what to think of it. Like, we know the Turtles like pizza, skateboards, video games, and all that other shit, but they'd never been depicted as teenagers this well. There are moments in the movie where they're trying to fit in and look cool, which comes off as trying too hard or them just being plain socially awkward and a bit immature, which does make me want to see more of their progression when we get the sequel and TV series, which has already been confirmed by Paramount. The movie also doesn't deviate too much from the source material with the origin story, however they do tweak and change a few key elements, which raises questions on how certain characters will be depicted when they become involved into this version of the Turtles. But so far I can say I love the majority of the characters here having charming personalities, even the villains giving heavy Spider-Verse vibes, as well as the soundtrack being really goated. Like, nah, for real, unplayed, cannot kick it like 759 times already. Now, I know this isn't your traditional Turtles movie where we have this off-the-wall world with an end-of story about crime-fighting mutants fighting the master assassin, but should that really hinder the film? I see a lot of people trying to downplay the movie as it had more negatives than positives. And don't get me wrong, folks are entitled to their own opinions and I can see why some folks may not like it. It could be the animation, the overall tone, or the fact that it's made by Seth Rogen. However, it's people that compare this to other Turtle movies and iterations that are 100% biased to their favorite iteration that drags new versions of the Turtles every time. Because nah, fuck the script for a second. I remember when TMNT 2012 was just about to come out and a lot of people had dumbass sneak peek about the fucking show before it even dropped. People were mad at the show because it was about to be CG, or April was a teenager, or the Turtles had 3 toes. It was a lot of absurd ass reasons behind people disliking it. And here we are, over a decade later, and we're having these same stupid ass nitpicks because casual fans and some diehard fans will not pull their head out of their ass. And now I'm starting to see a certain trend within this cycle. Like, a new version of Turtles is announced, people see it, they critique it, they hate it, they compare it, it finally comes out and is shown to the public, and now people are head over heels for it and will die behind it. I will never 100% get TMNT fans, but all I'm asking y'all is try not to shit on somebody else's plate, especially when it's not for you to consume. With all of that out of the way, I do highly recommend that you go see this movie. Personally, I rated it 8.5 out of 10 because it does its job at being easy to grasp for the casual audience and pleasing longtime Turtle fans as well. So if you haven't seen it, go see it, and if this movie didn't do anything else, it cements that 2023 was the year that teenagers were some of the most coldest motherfuckers on the planet. This is S2K signing out.